Hello everyone. If we want to use an ESP32 to control a motor like this, then inevitably we will run into the problem that this pins can't supply enough power to drive this motor. So we have to use what we call an H-bridge motor driver. This is what it looks like. This is a dual channel H-bridge motor driver. You can see here, this is the outputs for the motors. Then on top here are the input pins. Now first we have the pins for the A motor. There's 2 pins per motor. So this is A2 and A1. Then in the center we have the VCC and the ground pin, which is connected to your main positive line and negative line that you want to use to run the motor. You don't have to use the same power supply to drive the motor as your ESP32, as long as the grounds are connected together. Then on this side is the inputs for the B motor. Today we'll just be focusing on one motor. Let me show you how it works. So for a practical example, what I'll be showing you is that this is the 5 volt line, this is the 3 volt free line. So what we can do is we can simulate the inputs to it. Now if we take our board here, the first thing we want to do is to connect the power. Now the middle pins are the power pins. I'll be using blue for negative and green for positive. So we slip that on there. I don't want to connect this to the 3 volt free line because it can't supply enough power. So now we can see that our board is powered, the light is on. Now what I'll do is, this is motor A, so I want to connect my input pins to motor A. Now this is our 3 volt free line. What we will be doing is connecting one to positive and another one to negative. Then once we connect it, now we can see our motor is spinning. Then you'll see if I switch the polarity over, then it spins in the opposite direction. So there you have it guys. Now you know how the inputs and the outputs works of these H-bridge motor drivers, and you know how to connect them. Now to control them from the actual ESP, you simply need to output high on one pin and low on another pin. The drawback of this is that you require 2 pins to run one motor.